Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for clicking into this video, and this will be another collective message for all of you. And again, this is a sacred safe space for all of you. There's no judgment, there is no criticism here. This is a safe space, a community that talks about love, sharing with each other. So definitely feel free to leave a comment down below as long as you feel comfortable to share your ideas, your thoughts, your emotions. And for those of you who are new here, thank you very much for joining. And I'm going to say a big hello to you. While for those of you who are returning, thank you very much for your continuous support. Today we do have a topic here. As we can see, their access to your something is being denied. So, what does it mean? I think I'm going to give you an example so that you can get a better idea of what actually this is talking about. Envision you are the tree here. You are growing, you are expanding, you are trying to flourish, you are trying to blossom, but then some kind of external influences standing in the way, and I'm insinuating specifically to a person or a group of people. They are acting, serving like a parasite. So you see, you are the tree here, you are trying to grow, you are trying to flourish, but there are hollow parasites being attached to you, taking away something that is being very important, you consider as important from you. So do leave a comment down below to fill in the blanks as to what it is. That could be your originality, your creativity, your individuality, your innate, naturally born gifts, your competencies, your capabilities. Because for some of you, I do feel like you're very talented. It could be your money or simply your energy in general. Because in our example, there are parasites being attached to this tree, taking away the nutrients of this tree. So therefore, the tree is unable to grow properly. There are outer interferences, interventions standing in the way for the tree to flourish and blossom in some way. So applying to your scenario, to your situation, energy vampires, energy suckers, somebody they don't really have good intention for you serving your best interest. That could even be someone who you consider very close to, blood related, your family members, parents, siblings, relatives, or not blood related, but someone that you need to spend a lot of time being with them or being around them, work related, career related, or someone that you come across in your social circle. So do leave a comment down below what you consider that is being very important, and they are trying to get access to it because they consider you as the giver, as the provider, but there is a lack of reciprocation. They are seeing you as the nourishment, taking away something that's being important to you, and you encounter losses. Something is being siphoned off, and they keep harvesting that from you. But there is a lack of appreciation, lack of gratitude, because they see it as something that is very typical, ordinary. They see it as a routine. They see it as a must, that you are the giver, you are the provider, and they consider they have this access to you somehow. They feel like they have this power over you. They feel a sense of superiority somehow. But the main theme of this collective message is that their access is now being denied. your protection is being guaranteed. So we are going to have a look further to dig deeper to get more insights. Okay. Life energy. As I pointed out, for some of you, this is about energy. You encountered energy suckers, energy vampires in your life, and a lot of interruptions, interventions, and I actually forgot to light the candle, so give me a second. You know what? I just think of it right now, and what I'm picking up is that for some of them, they make you forget something that is being very important in your life. Some kind of confusion. We see a lot of smoke coming out. They are creating confusion in your life, creating stories, making up excuses in your life, trying to make you bend yourself to act in a way that is in accordance with their expectation when you are not doing things according to their desires, according to their terms. They will get triggered. They will be upset because they are seeing you as the puppet. They are seeing you as one of their extra limbs. They're trying to manipulate you, trying to control you somehow. But again, this is a connection of relationship that is not being reciprocated, rather is being one-sided. So let's see more. But now it's a time where you're going to rediscover who you really are. You are being reminded of something that is very important to you. You forgot about it because of this person or this group of people who try to impose a lot of negativity on you. So you may feel like you are taking a detour somehow in your life. Things are not being quite smooth, but now protection is being guaranteed and no weapons formed against you shall prosper. Believe in magic. New beginnings. And tree wisdom. Well, definitely, I do feel you are someone who are very meritorious. You are knowledgeable. You are also intuitive, knowing something is not quite right. When I say something, I'm insinuating to this specific person or this group of people or the dynamic, the environment in general, you already feel something is not quite right when it comes to that. When you rely on your intuition, you've got the hunch, you've got this inkling knowing something is just not quite right. And I do feel like with the new beginnings, you're going to detach, you are going to cut the cord. For some of you have already done that. You've done that, been there, never going back, never returning anymore. For some of you, this reading is more like you have already embarked a new journey of your own, and by no means I'm not trying to trigger you, but you may be reminded of some of those old memories dealing with this person, this group of people, or being stuck in this environment. But in any case, you become much stronger, you become more tough, that you are no longer being emotionally triggered. You become more emotionally balanced out there. You are not showing over attachment to external influences. Even when people try to create confusion in your life, you are intuitive enough to identify. we have the tree, a lot of tree elements. You see, the tree that I drew earlier, you are meant to flourish, you are meant to blossom in some way, but the only reason why you have been observing interventions, interruptions in your life is because you have been dealing with the wrong environments, wrong person, or wrong group of people. But you're now stepping into the main character of your story, reclaiming your power, your strength, your inner sovereignty. Nobody can tell you what to do, who to be, what to become, because you are the master. You are the boss of your life. You believe in yourself. You believe in magic. And they're now gone, disappeared. They are vanished. I'm also getting with the bear here. You know you are powerful. You know that there is so much about you that you are capable of doing. You are by no means to be put inside a box. But I do feel like there is this person or a group of people, they try to control you, manipulate you, telling you what to do, what actions to take, what steps you need to take. They feel like they are the boss, they are the master of your life. They try to make you feel very low, making you feel inferior in some way. So definitely leave a comment down below. What is your situation? Because something very important is being taken away. They keep trying to get access to this thing, especially when it comes to your energy. So in a generic sense, it's about energy. Whether they try to get access to your money, because for some of you, you're very rich. You are financially independent, so they try to get some form of financial support from you. While for some of you, you give this very soothing, relaxing energy. You are very compassionate. We see the color of the lilies here is pink. It's about love. It's about empathy, compassion. You are someone who is very caring, understanding. There is this person here. They will keep circling back in your life to seek the nourishment in the form of emotional support. While for the rest of you, there is this person here, they appear to be condescending, giving themselves too much of the self-assumed significance. They are giving themselves too much importance. They feel very proud of themselves, and I would say too proud of themselves. They feel more superior, making you feel inferior. They try to make you to dim your own light to soothe their ego. Someone who are egotistical. They could also be a narcissist. They are giving themselves too much importance and ignoring you, ignoring your emotions, ignoring your desires. Majority of the time, they're going to prioritize themselves, their interests, their own preferences, while ignoring yours. So it gives you a sense that you don't really feel you are being yourself because you are ignored, because you are being treated invisible, because they see you as the nourishment, They see you, this is your obligation, this is your responsibility to listen to them, to follow what they say, because they consider they are the master, they are the boss of your life. And a lot of justifications. They will try to justify, validate themselves. They are thinking about your interest. They are planning things ahead for your own benefits. But this is only some form of confusion that they created. They want to create a situation, a scene that they are doing something, saying something that serve your highest good, serving your best interest. But when it comes to the reality, that is a falsity. That is a false narrative. That is only a falseful expectation. That is only a falsehood. Only a smoke screen. They actually make you forget who you really are. So you don't really feel solid, concrete, supported in some way, because it's very confusing. Especially, I'm getting for a lot of you, you can feel like their words and their behavior are not consistent, and they are not persistent as well. I do feel like there is this PUA energy, pickup artist, emotional manipulation energy coming through. Well, actually, I do feel like with the parasites here, metamorphosis, they are the vampires, they are the energy suckers, they are the parasites. Something that is not wanted, unwanted. It's being attached to you, they are the leech. They want to attach to you to get access to something that's being very important to you in a generic sense, your energy. And they are seeing it as a must. If you reject, if you maintain distances, if you try to stay firm, being confident, trying to reclaim your power, staying true to yourself, they will be triggered, emotionally triggered. They are emotionally imbalanced. So let's see more here. But with belief in magic, you are able to identify all these confusion. You know the mental tricks, the mind games that they have been playing, and now it's not going to work. It's going to backfire, and the access to your energy or something that you consider as being very important is now being denied. You are going to embark on a new journey where you will be transported to the shore that is flowing with milk and honey, and you are going to flourish and blossom because you are supposed to be the tree. And now you can finally get rid of those unwanted plants. You are the tree that is supposed to blossom, to flourish. But you have been seeing interruptions, a period of stagnation, a lot of outer interferences because of this person, because of this group of people, because of this environment. They will try to create difficult situations, scenarios for you to interrupt your process of growth, to interrupt your process of expansion. And again, they don't want you to anchor yourself. They don't want to see you becoming a successful person. Or they don't want to see you rising in influence in some way, or becoming successful in a particular aspect in your life. For some of you, really, this is about somebody that is very close to you, blood related, or family members. There is a lack of external support in some way. But you are believing in yourself, you're believing in magic. You are relying on your own self magnetism, your own self esteem, your own self confidence, instead of relying on any kind of external influences. You don't need any external validation, confirmation to justify who you really are. At the same time, you are embracing your own personal characteristics when it comes to your originality, your creativity, your individuality. And you are going to stay firm. You are going to anchor yourself. You are going to be well positioned. So let's see more. Oh, you know what? Because I forgot to light the candle right at the beginning, I'm getting that someone here is trying to steal your light. Because you are being the spotlight. You are someone who are so noticeable, even when you try to stay low profile or inconspicuous. Your presence, your absence are so noticeable. But there is this person or group of people around you, they notice it. So they try to make you forget about who you really are. They try to make you doubt yourself, question yourself, as a way to steal your light. Because they don't want to see you rise in influence. I'm also getting that with the wisdom here. Some form of mental tricks or shenanigans are no longer working. You can see through beyond illusion and you can see what is exactly happening behind the scene, behind the veil. Behind the closed door, something is going on under the table, but you are able to discover because you're very smart, you are very intelligent, you are just like a spy, a lie detector, a detective. No matter how hard they are going to create stories, making up excuses, trying to lie, or covering their tracks, it's not going to work for you anymore. We've got Knight of Cups. Oh, by the way, they are trying to take away your passion as well. They make you doubt yourself, they make you question about yourself, they make you challenge a lot. And they take away your passion, your compassion. So there are times that you may feel lackluster, losing your vitality, losing your energy. Possibly you may experience energy depletion. Even when you try to relax, when you try to chill, something's not quite right. You can't really relax quite well because you have been entangling your energy with those negativity, toxicity. You don't have a peace of mind. You can't really relax well, chill well, especially at night. For some of you, you may experience sleeping paralysis or even panic attacks. Some mental illnesses or problems. They are this person, they will try to make you really challenge yourself or doubt yourself. For some of them, they will try to make you blame yourself. in somehow this is your fault, this is your mistake, you are inaccurate, you are not correct. They have this tenacious personal characteristics, making things one-sided. If you are not going into the same direction as they are taking, if you are trying to take a separate path, let's say you are trying to head towards the north and they want you to head towards the south, you will see deviation, right? But a mature person, when they see differences, when they see gaps, when they see deviations, they will try to remain emotionally balanced, being logical, really being a full-fledged, mature grown-up, sitting down patiently, listening patiently, to reach some form of compromises, common grounds. But this person, they will get emotionally triggered some way. But that is not your intention to trigger them. Intentionally, unintentionally, knowingly, unknowingly, they will be easily triggered if they see you not doing something according to their expectation. And I do feel like for most of them, they are having too much of the expectation on you. I would say high expectations, far-fetched, unrealistic expectations. But this is not who you really are. They try to make you become the version they have in their mind. When they see deviations, they will get upset. They will be furious. I'm also getting there is a lack of acceptance. You don't really feel accepted in some form. There is a lack of fairness, a lack of equality. There is a lack of a sense of belonging. And you have been struggling a lot, especially mentally. You don't really feel a peace of mind. You don't feel safe, sound, grounded, solid. It gives you a sense of emptiness, loneliness. For some of them, there is this energy. They know how to play mind games with you. There is infrequent coming and going of this person. And specifically, I'm insinuating in a relationship that talks about love or romantic interest, there is this infrequent going and coming energy, entering and exiting. They will be gone one day or for a considerable period of time. They will be vanished. And then they're going to reappear in your life. They will keep circling back. And this is more like going around a loop, going around a circle. Because they know how to manipulate your emotions. They actually see that you can't really lose them. They feel like you are being put under their thumb. But expanding this scenario that talks about a connection that is associated with love and romantic interest, because we have the Knight of Cups here. But in a generic sense, this is a person they will try to create confusion that they have the best interest for you. They are very sincere, they are very kind, and they are thinking about the future. They are trying very hard to make things work. They are doing something, saying something that really serves you. This is only a mask that they have been putting on. They have two faces or multiple faces. They are being very flexible, adaptive, not in a good way. But they do have this malicious, malevolent intention, hidden private agenda, putting on a mask that they appear to be very good, very sincere, genuine, caring, understanding, thinking about doing something that is good for you, serving you. But that's not true. Something is being hidden. You will see expectation gaps. This is only using that analogy of a love romantic relationship. This is only a fleeting romance, a flickering romance. So, this is a person that will try to give you a flickering, fleeting hope or expectation. But it can't really stay long. This is something that cannot be sustained. And eventually you're going to forget about yourself because you become the puppet. You become part of themselves because they see you as their extra limbs. They try to control you. And they try to impose a lot of influences on you, imposing their perspectives, their comments, their feedbacks on you. And they see that as correct, as accurate. Something that can be validated, something that can be justified. But this is only a form of confusion. This is only a false narrative. And they can be overbearing sometimes. They try so hard to appear to be someone who are very successful in front of you. This is their public persona. Caring, understanding, always thinking about another person's best interest, thinking about the future. When they say something or do something, it's for their benefits, it's for their own good. And they are very powerful. High profile person, reputable. They are giving themselves too much of the self-assumed significance. Possibly they could really be some of those high-profile, prestigious person, someone who are very successful in a particular aspect of their lives. But they appear to be condescending, they appear to be overbearing, they appear to be controlling, manipulative, very domineering. Not in a good way, because they do something or say something out of their ego. Because they do something, say something, simply because they wanted to do it. But now you can see protection is being guaranteed. The access to your energy, to something that you consider as being very important in your life, that access is being denied. You are going to have a new beginning. You are going to cut a cord. You are going to say farewell. For some of you, been there, done that, never going back. You become more wise in any case, whether you have ended this relationship connection with this person or with this group of people, or you have already freed yourself from this toxic dynamic. In any case, upcoming, you will be honing in new energy. Finally, developing connections and relationships that is in the same path of your soul journey, which is in perfect alignment with your true authentic self. A lot of mirroring effects, especially when it comes to life philosophy, life attitudes, you will be able to develop solid, concrete connections, relationships with another person or with a group of people. With the tree here, this is also about community, neighborhood somehow. You're attracting your soulmate, your soul tribes, like-minded people where you feel you're being accepted. Very supportive energy, especially when it comes to emotional support. This is a person or this is a group of people that they will be providing you continuous support, giving you a lot of constant reassurance. This is about growth, expansion, as well as sustainability. They will be supported in a way that no matter what you are going to go through, they will be having your back, standing next to you, right next to you, providing assistance to you, facilitating you to grow. Because they have this motherly, fatherly nature. This is going to be a connection of relationship that talks about expansion and growth where you and them are going to come together and share with each other instead of the one that talks about exploitation and extraction. Unlike this previous connection, this is a connection that talks about extraction, exploitation, because this person, they try to exploit from you, extracting from you resources, financial resources, or emotionally speaking. The thing is that it's one-sided. It's not being reciprocated. It's not a two-way street, but upcoming is going to be different because it will be a connection that is two-way street. That is equal give and take, and you will feel very much supported and guided. It's anchored. You don't need to doubt, you don't need to question where do you stand in this connection. You don't need to challenge what is your position in this connection. And I'm getting a lot of passion. Being with them, you are always getting inspired, you are always getting motivated somehow. They always talk about new beginnings, honeymoon period, that kind of energy. And both of you are going to treasure all those conversations, small snippets of dialogues, conversations, learning together, supporting each other, expanding life in some way, or learning some new things together, as well as sharing of ideas, thoughts, emotions. Very supportive nature, and I think of natural habitat. You will feel at home, you will feel this is the safe harbor, you feel this is the niche. When you have any problems, you have any doubts, you have mental anguish, fear, insecurities, you can always return. This is the compass point where you feel you're being pinpointed. When you have any problems or issues, you can always return to this person, and they are going to be supportive throughout the time, through thick and thin, and they are going to provide you some sort of guidance, some sort of advice as well, where you find very helpful, constructive, and even they are unable to provide some kind of guidance to you because of lack of expertise, because of lack of experiences, some way, they will improvise. They are also someone who are very smart. They are also someone who will be taking realistic steps, showing you an act of service. They will play a role of being this active participant in this relationship or connection, rather than being this passive player, being the leech, being the parasite. So they will be taking some steps, helping you out of the situation. For example, doing some research, asking another person to help you out, things like that. And with the lilies, very soothing energy, they are emotionally balanced, a lot of relatability. Even they did not encounter something that you experienced before, even they don't really understand completely your situations or the circumstances that you have been through, they will develop relatability, trying to relate to your past experiences, trying to relate to your emotions, to your situations to the greatest extent possible, because they are compassionate, because they are empathetic. There is a lot of magical elements in this connection. There is great chemistry with the Knight of Cups, a lot of love, a lot of romance. For some of you, that can resonate, a lot of affection, but definitely it talks about a connection and relationship that really serves you, a person that really serves you, because they will play this role of being this active participant. They will keep driving this connection, propelling this connection. And I'm also getting that both of you are going to see some form of similarities. For example, when it comes to mindsets or sharing some similar hobbies, interests, and even when there are differences, cultural differences, speaking in different languages, or different in the perspectives to see things, a lot of anchoring effect, where you two will be able to find some common ground to seek resolution. There will be peace offerings. This is a connection that talks about growth, that pivots around expansion, and it will always be in a positive mode of evolution. It keeps evolving constantly, continuously. A very magical connection. And finally, you will feel like very exuberant, very relaxing. You feel safe, sound, grounded, solid. It gives you hope again. It also helps you to rebuild your trust system in somehow. I do feel this is coming through very strongly. Your trust system is going to be consolidated. They are going to rebuild your trust. For some of you, you know that trust needs to be earned rather than just being given, because somebody showed you true colors. But now you can no longer, you no longer need to stand on this shaking ground, because this person will rebuild your trust system. They will be showing you that you can always count on them. You can always rely on them, depend upon them. They are someone who are trustworthy, someone who are very reliable. It's like talking your deepest secrets to the tree hole. They are the niche. You can spill the tea, whether especially when it comes to your deepest secrets. Something about your past that you normally don't really want to share with another person, keeping it to yourself, you will feel comfortable sharing with them because you consider them as reliable and trustworthy. And yes, they are someone who are going to treasure these tiny little moments when you two are having conversations, and they are not going to disclose or expose to another person. They are someone who value integrity, someone who value morality and ethical standards. So they will just keep your secrets to themselves, and they value your trust. And the same, because this is a two-sided connection, so they will also show you a lot of openness, transparency. This is a connection that is always evolving, shifting. And it will always be such a magical, amazing connection which brings you a peace of mind, which comes with sustainability. I think I'm going to end this reading for now. A very wonderful, beautiful energy that keeps coming through from these cards. And remember to share down below in the comment box what exactly is that. Their access to your something that's being very important is being denied. And I do feel for most of you, this is about your energy. You have been experiencing this person who keeps siphoning, harvesting of your energy. They are this toxic person or a group of people. Definitely not like-minded people. I'm seeing a lot of differences. I'm seeing a lot of deviations. I'm seeing a lot of gaps. And the thing is, there is a lack of compromise. There is a lack of common middle ground for both of you to bridge the gap. So both of you are literally, or with that group of people, literally are going in two completely separate paths, never being able to meet in the middle ground. Okay, so now, of course, the protection is being guaranteed because their access to your energy, to something that you consider as being very important, is being denied. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. Thank you for staying with me until now, and I will see you in the next reading. Have a great day or a great night in your side. Bye bye.